What's up, Virgo? Welcome to your reading. I just want to let you know that I've cleared the space and invited Source and your angels of light and love to come through with messages today. But I've filtered it so that any negative energies or energies that are simply not here to put you on your highest path in accordance to your own soul's will are not allowed to be here today. And so let's get it. Just come in and see what messages want to come through and be talked about. What do we got for Virgo? I can already feel something. Yeah, that's why. All right. So you've been deep in your attentive work. You've been really focusing on the details, and I see that. I can see and feel the work you've been putting in, and it's good for you because it's showing up. It's showing, you're reaping what you sow. And there's actually a lot of gold on your back right now, already, that you haven't seen yet. I'm getting the vibe it's right outside of your energetic field, and it's about to be pulled in, but it hasn't been quite yet. Because we have the Tower in reverse, so I think you've been through, I just intuitively feel like this is a deep transformation from your past. I don't even feel like it was a super recent thing you just went through. I feel like it's been a minute, and I think that this is coming up because it wants you to acknowledge that time in your life where you were you were just so deep in it, and you were I'm never gonna get through this, or I know that I will, but I can't even imagine being on the other side. And this is you are at least starting to be on the other side, big time. And so it's real important to take the time to just acknowledge that I came this far, and congratulations, and just show some respect and love for yourself, because you really did that. And I don't know if this is already coming or not. I'm getting vibes, but you definitely have a love offering coming in with the Page of Cups, and either they've already started to come in, or this is something in your near future. I want to go deeper into that just because that's what I love to talk about. So what can we clarify this Page of Cups for Virgo and get some more intel? What's up with the Virgo's new lover? Interesting. Let me digest this for a second. Okay. Oh, good. For a second, it wasn't reading to me that these were in reverse. So this makes more sense. Okay. So you've been in a space where you've been feeling pretty guarded, but that's all been led by your brain. And I think it's important for you to recognize that. So what that definitely means is it's a product of your past traumas. When you go through shit, your brain creates, it's so crazy how much we perceive through our brain, and it just really can create whatever story it wants to. It's so powerful, and it can really do us so good, and it can also do us so dirty. And I'm not saying it's gone either way, but I'm just saying recognize that this guardedness you've been in It's been led by your brain because it's protecting you, and it has your best interest in mind, literally. But we're showing up with the King of Swords now. Like, it's moved from the Five of Swords into King of Swords, which is like mastery over the mind and the brain, which means not being dominated or led or letting the brain take the whole driver's seat. It's more of like a learning, like you're learning to look from your brain's perspective from a bigger perspective, seeing that the brain's perspective isn't the overall, you know? And so with that newfound awareness, you're able to bring more balance to those perspectives that your brain is showing you. And that's allowing you a lot of forward movement right now with the Eight of Wands. And it's a time of just like coasting and soaring into your the manifestation of your desires. And I can see, I actually remember us having, with Virgo, I did a reading like a long time ago. I don't even know if I still have it on my YouTube, but there was some real heavy energy around this Five of Cups card. And it's so funny because it comes up now in reverse, and it's a very strong, like intuitively, I feel like this is over. It's another, it wants you to acknowledge again, like, remember this time where you were like, oh, this is dragging, oh, this is never gonna, like, I can't imagine a time where it's over. It's over, baby. And like really take the time to bathe in that like appreciation that you're out of it. I mean, that was some seriously crazy heavy energy that you went through, and I know it only did you great, but man, I felt that in that other reading, and so I'm feeling it a little now. But it's like on the other side of it, it's like, I can't believe it hit that hard, but it's over now. What I might need clarification on is this Emperor in reverse. I'm trying to understand what this is about, and to be honest, it's not coming in that clear for me, so let's see. Can we clarify the Emperor in reverse for Virgo? Interesting. So, to me, the Emperor is a very like grounded and pretty rational and practical man, you know, which we see they can do pretty well off that energy, but it's coming up in reverse right now because it's time to really lean into your spirit senses and your deep intuition. Like, yes, the Emperor uses intuition and he has great power, but he's not, he's tuned into an intuition, but it's not led by the heart, is what it's feeling like right now. And the High Priestess, she's truly like, she's divine feminine at her full magic potential, and she's tuned the fuck in and she knows it, you know what I'm saying? And so she's really like riding off of that and being led by that and surrendering to that, like just total trust, which can be a real difficult space to like actually occupy. And okay, so we're seeing Page of Wands in reverse, and what I'm feeling like from that is it's like there's this offering that would help you manifest your desires that's not being fully. It's another one of this, like, there's gold on your back you're not seeing. It's like, I think it's right outside of your field, and there's something more you could do to push it through all the way. And I think this is saying, like, it's not up to you. Have, oh my gosh, this is pretty deep. Okay, so you have multiple intuitions. You know, you have your, like, how do I even put that into words? Like, you know, your intuition that's, like, so heart dominated, and you know for a fact, like, that came from my heart, that's like my love. But then you also have a more, I don't even want to use the word rational, but it's like you have an intuition that's more based in the physical realm, if that makes sense. And so if you have this awareness to, like, differentiate, this is so deep, but it's coming through so specific for me. Like, I think you must be a real sensitive person to even be, I didn't even know that I had multiple intuitions before this moment, to be honest, but, like, it's coming through real clear, and I'm like, yeah, I do. So if you have that awareness and that sensitivity to differentiate your multiple intuitions, like, this is definitely a big message to tune into your HeartSpace intuition specifically right now to guide you. And I think it's to specifically, there's a very specific offering that wants to come in that's not in your actual field just yet, and it's gonna take some extra spirit work on your behalf to, like, pull it through all the way right now. And we have the Hermit here, which is Virgos, and it's like the centerpiece of this row. And I feel like it's like, showing up as yourself in a reading is always just like a big to me, it's like a big, you are on the right path, like, you are doing your thing, like, trust yourself. You have a real good sense of self right now. I don't feel like you're in a space of, like, yeah, I think you're just showing up as yourself, honestly, is what that's here for. It's just like a big, like, you know, when you see your angel numbers and you're like, oh, I must be, like, they're cheering me on or something. That's this type of vibe. We also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is saying, so I was seeing earlier that you've been putting a lot of emphasis to detail in your work, and that's been, like, the key. Like, it's been like, that's really what you needed to do right now. And this is like, you're pulling out of that a little bit into some more, it's just not so much about the details right now at this point. And you're not going to have to do such tedious work for so much longer. It's going to turn into a more, like, free-flowing type of energy, a big opener, more expansive, big picture type of work. We also have the Devil showing up, which, like, the Devil has so many different meanings, but really strongly right now, I'm getting it as a real good, like, type of grounding energy. Like, you really set your tone for your, like, life. Wow, you really set your tone for your life, and you're like, there's a lot of power behind that. Yeah, because usually I get all types of things off of the Devil, and that's not what's popping up right now. It's a very clear, like, you're grounded. All right, let's see. I'll do some of my tarot from the dead and see if anything wants to come out, and then I'll probably do, like, spice it up with the Priestess of Light Oracle. So let's see what else wants to come through for Virgo. I let all of these come out upside down because I just had, like, I just know that these aren't supposed to be in reverse right now, so I just have to flip them. But we got all the special ladies here today. We got Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, and Santa Muerte, which is Death Transformation. Wow. I just really feel like you're at one of your peaks in life right now. It's big propellant energy. So trust that you're on your financial and career journey, and you're really moving up the ladder at a steady pace. Even in the moments where there's more going on in this, like, trust that in the moments where you don't see a lot going on, there is more going on in the back, like in the behind the scenes, than you can realize. And like, you're doing so well showing up as the Temperance and the High Priestess. Like, these are just like my favorite cards. And you have the High Priestess twice in this reading, which is like, you're super like tapped into your intuition and your spirit senses and your connection to divine, which is always gonna be like your biggest helper and like key. And you have a real good sense of balance. Like, you're not going so deep into the spirit realms that you're like losing traction and not able to like manifest it in the physical. Like, this is showing up because you do have that balance, like, and you know what it is. Oh, this is coming up pretty strong. You have a really strong sense of like equality now, and like what it means to like give and take equally, which I think is coming up, like, it's coming up as a big thing to show appreciation and acknowledgement of this for yourself, because I think in your past it was maybe difficult for you to really realize when you were given a bit too much or when you were taken a bit too much. And it's like you know that balance so well now that it's like you wouldn't even let yourself do that. Like, something inside of you would scream at you if you started to give too much. That now, like, now you know what that place feels like when you're clicked into the like actual balance of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's your familiar spot now, is to be in that balance, and that's your like golden radar compass now. Because as soon as it starts to go out of that, it's like, oh no, this isn't comfortable, this isn't like the balance that I've achieved. You have a really strong integration of that now. Good job, Virgo. Ace of Wands is new beginning in terms of manifesting your desires, and it's followed by the Death card of huge transformation. And like, on this deck specifically, it has she's pregnant, and you know, she's about to give birth to a new beginning. So these are both huge new beginning cards, and they go really well together. They're like that like spicy, fiery, passionate energy, which is always good for new beginnings. I feel like, because this goes with like the wands and stuff, I feel like this new beginning has to do with something in your career and like your overall life dreams. So expect big things coming in. I think like this is feeling like a really good, it's mainly a time to like see how far you come and really take the time to acknowledge and like indulge in that feeling of like, it's like that Paramore song, like, I've been waiting on a miracle, and like, you know, like, it's just like when you've actually done that shit. There's no other feeling like that. There's no other feeling. And it's so clear. Summoning power, instinct, intellect, control. your power is just busting right now. It's undeniable. And like instinct, intellect, control. It's the perfect balance of that intuition with the intellect. And that's allowing you to control and manifest your life. You're sitting on some real big energies, Virgo, and you know how to balance it and attune it to your needs and your wants. And I don't see any huge, like, there's no big warnings coming up, except for this new love offering. You know, like, I think the biggest message I'm feeling here is, like, maybe you haven't taken enough time to really just see yourself and your progression and like be grateful for it. And like tuning into that sense of gratefulness is like how you manifest more of that feeling and bring more of that in your future that comes when you get what you want. And it's like you worked for it, you genuinely worked for it, and that's what makes it so much more fulfilling in the end. These are some real beautiful energies, Virgo. All I got to say is you are on your path for sure. If you were ever doubting that for a second, this is a major, like, you are on your path, you are tapped in. But I already know that you know this. Like, the way it's showing up is like, you know that you're tapped in. So I don't even know why I did this reading if you already know. I'm just playing, but yeah, anyways, namaste, Virgo. The divine in me bows to the divine in you, and I hope that these messages resonated with you, and if they did, please like or subscribe or comment or whatever so that I know that my voice is like giving out. I've done too many of these readings. This is my chlorophyll water, in case you were like, what is that? Wow, you can really hear it. I guess I don't be talking like this much. Please do that stuff so I know that I'm actually hitting energies, and then that will allow me to be able to create more time and space to continue to make these videos, which will be a blessing and an honor. All right, peace, Virgo.